Am I allowed to correct your form?
Yeah, of course. I'll cheat all day if you let me.
Okay. Bachelor right here, man. Okay, so.
Not like that. Oh, no. I'm terrified of my wife, so not like that.
Me too, it's okay.
Hey, what's up? Bullfit channel, this is Josh, and I'm here with the ShortKingKari. He's gonna take me through his gnarly workout routine.
It's gonna be fun.
Where are we off to?
Lateral heads.
Let's do it.
Yeah, let's do it.
Yeah.
Right here. So I usually do just mainly range of motion, just to make sure I get that resistance on my rotator cuff so there's some blood flow in there.
I've never done it like this before.
Yeah, my physical therapist at the time, he told me to do these because, yeah, I screwed up my rotator cuff a while back.
Yeah, this will be killer.
So I'll do that just a couple of times. The only time I really do these, that's if I get like any inflammation in my shoulders. But that's pretty rare. But that's when I'll start to do these. It'll lower the inflammation down a little bit and then I'm good to go for my workout. So we got 2 shoulder movements today. We have a lateral head movement and then rear delt movement. I always usually just use cables.
Yeah, cables are great.
I like cables. I love the pants.
Hey, old 80s, 90s parachute pants. Oh, I love how loose these are. A lot of airflow, you know? I'm not a snob to when it comes to working out and doing things a certain way. I know that there's a gazillion different ways to build muscle and I've seen and read it all, so it's like, whatever, anything goes.
So something like this, I'll usually do crossbody and I'll come in between here and hinge my hips a little bit. So this way, the weight is better distributed onto my lateral head. So movement wise, I'll just hinge my hips right here and then flare my lats out a little bit. So this way I can better isolate my lateral head. And then I come up at an angle about 45 degrees in front of my body. So about right here.
Oh, sweet.
And then slow on the way down.
I like the V our buddy Izzy did here in the back of your head. Shout out to Skull Cutters. Izzy and Brian make us look pretty.
So starting point, I would say right here, just so that way the form's a little bit more fluid. So like your hips right here.
Oh yeah.
Start about right here. Now hinge your hips, kind of bring your butt back. So think of it this way, if your lateral head starts right here and ends right here, and the tension's pulling this way, you want that parallel so the muscle fibers are aligned with the tension. Now, if you bring your hips back and then come at that same angle, you may feel it a little bit more. There we go. And let me know how you feel it, because like, it's not always gonna be black and white. How someone else is gonna feel it, you know, like structurally speaking and anatomically speaking, it's not gonna be the same as like I'm gonna feel it, you know. I would say this, just rule of thumb is really just wherever you have the best mind muscle connection on your lateral head, like do that and make sure all your variables are controlled. The tempo that you're going, the amount of momentum you give yourself on the way up, if all those things are controlled, it's a lot easier to drive the muscle with more intensity, like down the road in your program.
So when did you start personal training?
I'd say I've been doing it for a while now, about like 2 years, but I started doing it full time back in, I think, July.
How old are you?
20 years old.
Fresh out of high school, huh?
Wait, how old are you, Josh?
39.
39?
Yeah.
You're good for 39.
Oh, thanks, bro.
You're welcome.
That's what I was fishing for, actually.
I love the hat, too. RFK would approve. What does your catalog consist of?
Pre-workout, a daily pick-me-up.
That's the hydration.
And then we have hydration. We have creatine coming out and protein coming out here shortly too.
That's gonna be nice. Make sure to retract your scapula. So this way you minimize engagement with your rhomboids. So you're bringing this back automatically. His teres minor and major, both engaged, even solid. So it's harder for him to isolate his lateral head. Just a little bit like science-based stuff. If form starts to like dissipate, your form starts to go down the road, if like you don't make those like little intricate details and fix those things, like it can accumulate into you hitting a plateau or stuff like that. What are you thinking for rear delts?
Reverse pec deck?
We can do reverse pec deck, I'm up for that.
Yeah.
I'm gonna be honest, I'm not a very big fan of reverse pec deck for my rear delts. Reason being, it is so easy to engage your rhomboids, mainly because most people don't know how to properly do it. They don't keep their scapula retracted, and that causes rhomboid engagement, which is very easy to minimize isolation on your rear delts. Am I allowed to correct your form?
Yeah, of course. I'll cheat all day if you let me.
Okay. Bachelor right here, man. Okay, so.
Not like that. Oh, no. I'm terrified of my life, so not like that.
Me too, it's okay. Couple things with your form. I would bring your hips back, and this prevents you from cheating it. So the rear delts being a smaller muscle group, they don't require that much load to hit a high amount of intensity. Another thing, shoulder blades, if you could, spread them apart the whole time. Yeah, literally exactly like that. One thing you don't want to do with reverse pec deck or really any rear delt movement is come past like 60 degrees from in front of your body. So if this is like 0, anything past like 45 to 60, that's just rhomboid engagement, and all that emphasis and load is taken off your rear delts.
Yeah.
I learned the hard way. I don't have big rear delts, so it's a little bit funky. I think I'm gonna keep my pump cover on after I've said that.
It's really isolating that rear delt.
It's so hard to keep your shoulders retracted.
Nobody's ever told me to do that before. Makes a lot of sense though, because why would I be using my back anyways?
I mean, I think you could if you wanted to get some rhomboid engagement, which there's nothing wrong with that. But someone like myself, where my rear delts aren't that big, I may want to better isolate that. Hey, wait, what's your tattoo mean?
It means don't get a tattoo that's free when you turn 18.
That's good to know.
Squeeze. Oh, he's going for 3, okay. Oh, that's gonna be good. No.
I think that covers rear delt movements for the rest of the year. Oh, just for the viewers too. You could make this more intense if you wanted to like put this right here, and just stack your joints up. I don't like doing it that way. It just hurts. We gotta do dumbbell. I'm not keeping up with this guy. You're gonna need the 110s.
Yeah, okay. Yeah. I said 85, but why not 110?
He can do all the weights for all we know.
I like this guy.
I hope you can do the 110s.
Oh, yeah, me too.
Do the 110s? I'm trying to get like him. I will not be participating in the 110s. So I think 40s, that's a good weight.
40 is
that's a good weight. Usually I'll do warm-up sets before every workout.
What? Oh, you do? Okay.
Yeah. And reason being for that, on a scientific level, you could say, it helps with just connective tissue health. Like let's say you have knee issues. Let's say you're doing like quad extensions and then you just hop into heavy ass squats. That's still not healthy for your joints.
Sure.
Hip flexion that you're gonna have that isn't involved with leg extensions, like anatomy wise, completely different on your body, which some components in your body may not be used to the movements.
So I see you're bent over here, huh?
Yeah, because how the trap connects with the muscle bellies and the insertion, you're gonna get better tension if you hinge your hips a little bit. Because like, think of it this way, it connects more in a rounded area when you stand up straight. So like, comes up here linearly, but back here comes like this. So you'll be able to better engage a trap. If the weight is obviously pulling in a linear movement, like resistance-wise, because of gravity, you hinge your hips a little bit so it can pull. You're gonna get better resistance onto the muscle because it's more aligned with the muscle fiber.
So you gotta hinge.
Yeah. So I would decompress your scapula. So go down like this. Kind of think of it as like barbell shrugs. So if you were to row, you're obviously gonna bring your shoulder blades in front so you get that stretch. But in this case, you're not bent over almost parallel with the floor. You're only coming in at like 60 degrees from the floor. So coming right here. Oh, I'm still surprised you did the 110s, man. It's just a little tricky because
yeah, it is.
With the range of motion, it's like a 4-inch range of motion. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's like calf raises. It's like you only go like 2 to 3 inches down to get that stretch. And then you have to go like 3 to 4 seconds on slow on the eccentric, which is just kind of awkward. It's like a second per inch math.
Go ahead and correct me if you don't like it.
I would say tempo-wise, your time under tension, that's literally it. I would say 3 to 4 seconds on the way down. Supposedly, new meta-analysis studies say time under tension doesn't matter. And it's just like, science changes all the time.
Philosophies change in bodybuilding all the time. Nobody has the same workout routine. Everybody does it different.
He's mogging me right now. He's outside.
I'm mogging
me.
him.
It's all angles. He's out angling me. The lighting's not good. And I'm pale, but I'm black.
How do you know? I was just gonna ask if you're black.
I am black,
This is the whitest guy I've ever met named Kari.
Yeah, shorter king right there.
Well, you crushed me, dude. I'm freaking pumped, and thank you so much for correcting my form.
Oh, of course.
Definitely gonna be better with my rear delt movements. Take the back out of it. Yeah, thanks so much for tuning in. That was a lot of fun, and till next time, ShortKingKari. Yeah. Oh yeah.
So lopsided and asymmetrical.
I need to learn how to pose.